What is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. In this video today, I wanted to talk all about Brokenblade. This guy is going to be a free agent in the upcoming offseason. He is going to be one of the biggest free agents between Europe and North America, and wherever he ends up, it is going to be a big deal. It's going to be very, very interesting and fun to watch, and I'm very, very excited. I think there is three realistic teams and options that would all be very, very exciting that I think Brokenblade could end up on, and that's what I want to talk about today. Before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick that today, when you guys are going to be watching this video, is actually going to be my birthday, and this is absolutely crazy. I'm turning 24 years old. 23 was an absolutely insane year. So many ups, so many downs, like super high highs, super low lows, some of the best and worst days of like my entire life, but throughout the year, obviously growing this YouTube channel, getting to where we are today, having all you guys around has been absolutely insane. It has become such a big part of my life, and I just wanted to say thank you guys all so much, and I hope 24 is just as crazy for me, just as crazy for this channel, and just as crazy for all of you. So if there's ever a day for you guys to smash that like button, for you guys to subscribe, or for you guys to check out my Patreon on patreon.com/IamGerm, I hope today would be the day. I would appreciate it so much. With that being said, here we go. So, Brokenblade, the 21-year-old pro player for Schalke. Again, this guy, yeah, he's 21. He's been around a couple years now, but still pretty young. He's in his prime. He could still develop a little bit further. We've seen how good this guy can be. He has looked very, very good in North America. There were questions of how good he would be coming over to Europe, and he's still been pretty damn good in Europe, even though right now he is playing on one of the worst, if not the worst teams in the league in Schalke. And obviously Schalke has had a crazy year. They're changing their jungler in this new split. They had kind of a fresh roster in spring. They've gone through the drama of like the team blowing up. The team is not going to exist anymore. We take a look at the contract database, which I have right here. I clicked on the wrong tab. We'll see that Brokenblade, but not only Brokenblade, but Brokenblade, Gilius, Kira, Neon, Limit, all of these guys, the only player that Schalke and then Team BDS is going to have under contract is going to be Nuclear Int. I don't know why he has an extra year on his contract, but whatever. He's going to be, Team BDS is going to have the option of picking up that contract, not whatever. But Brokenblade is going to be a free agent. And again, when I take a look through the LEC, when I take a look at really the West, I don't really see him going anywhere in the LCS. I don't think he's going to be returning to TSM. Maybe TSM could go after him, but I think TSM is going to be looking for maybe a bigger free agent. It's possible. I think it's very, very unlikely. We don't often see people coming back to teams like that after they've had big falling out. I don't know how they feel about each other, and obviously they chose to go in a different direction this offseason. The other options, obviously Brokenblade I think really deserves to be on a top team. 100 Thieves doesn't really need a new top laner. Evil Genius isn't going to be going with him over Impact. Team Liquid isn't going to be going with him over Alfari, and C9's probably not going to be going with him over Fudge either. So I really don't think the LCS is an option, but what we can talk about a little bit is the LEC, where I think BB is going to end up, and where I think he's going to do very, very well, and a team is going to end up very, very happy with him. Because again, we see Schalke right now 3-10 at the LEC. They are in last place, and Brokenblade deserves better than that. This guy is one of my favorite players, really. I loved him on his time during TSM. I thought he was so good. Love his carry, crazy playstyle. He has a champion Ocean. There are definitely concerns about him. Maybe he doesn't play weak side the best. Maybe he doesn't play tanks the best. When he was in North America, his CS was very, very suspect. He was usually down CS, even in matchups and game states that were winning and stuff. But, he's getting better. He has definitely developed, and he deserves better than Schalke right now, and I think this offseason he's going to find better. Now, when I take a look at the teams, obviously, I thought at one point Fnatic might be an option, but now that they have Adam, and now that they're in first place with Adam, they have Adam locked up on like a 3-year deal or something, I don't really think Fnatic is going to be an option. Rogue, they have Oduamne. I think he's going to be their long-term top laner. Things seem to be going pretty well with him. Misfits, I don't really expect Misfits to go make a crazy splash in this offseason. Here has been pretty damn good this season as well. I think they really like developing that young core of here at VDO and Razork, so I don't think they're going to be making any changes. Mad Lions is actually a team that I think could be an interesting landing spot for BB. Now, when we look up Arma, we will see that he is signed until 2023, so he still has 2 more years on his deal, but that obviously doesn't mean a whole lot. He could still be cut, he could still be replaced, whatever, and I do think Brokenblade would be an upgrade for Mad Lions. I think Arma is a real liability for this team. I think he has big moments. I think he can be decent. I think every once in a while he'll have like a big pop-off moment on Wukong or something, and he'll really impress some people. He'll really surprise some people. But I think time and time again, Arma seems to be pretty weak. I think he falls behind in lane a lot. I think he has a lot of random weird deaths. I think he is overall very, very inconsistent. And I think top lane is a real big hole for this Mad Lions team. I think Elyoya, Humanoid, Kaiser are real solid. And I think Arma and Kaiser are kind of the two areas that maybe could be improved on. Now, Karzi was very, very good at this past MSI. He was a beast. But that's not the Karzi that we see all the time. Every once in a while, we get this very, very mediocre version of him in the LEC. But again, if he can regain that form from MSI, he'll be solid for the future. I think top lane is a very, very upgradable position for Mad Lions. And I think if they got Brokenblade, all of a sudden they'd be a very different team. I think they would be a better team, and this team would be pretty scary. Now, are they looking to replace Arma just after 1 year of a 3-year deal? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I don't think Arma should be their long-term top laner. I don't think he should be the top laner for this team for the next 3 years. So I would like them to go out and make a splash. Maybe it's Brokenblade, maybe it's somebody else. But I think it would be interesting to see Mad Lions go out and get a new top laner. I would like to see them get a new AD carry as well, but I do think top lane is probably the more easily upgradable position going into the future. So I could see that being one landing spot for Brokenblade. When we go back to the standings, we're going to talk about G2 in a second. Origin, I don't really think BB is going to be going to Astralis. I don't think SK, I don't think Excel, I don't think he's going to be staying with Schalke. I don't think he's going to be on BDS unless BDS goes out and spends a bunch of money, lands some crazy free agents, but I have no idea. That'd just be really, really random speculation at that point. I think Vitality could be a very, very interesting option here. Now, if we take a look at their contracts, they do have SLT signed for 2 more years, but again, they just benched him. When we look at Sigenda, he has 1 more year on his contract. So Vitality does have 2 top laners signed for the future, but we also know that Vitality has a lot of money. They are looking to go out and spend. They are going to get looking to get upgrades. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on to Selfmade, but they have a very, very young, upcoming, strong roster. They're kind of building around Crownshot and Selfmade. If they are able to bring Selfmade in, I think BB could be a very, very strong top laner for this team, and then let either one of SLT or Sigenda develop an academy, because I don't really think either of them are quite yet ready for LEC level at this time. And so I don't think it makes sense to just be swapping in between the two of them. I think BB could be a rock for this team. And I think this is one of the more likely scenarios and situations. I think BB could make Vitality a very, very solid and good team. But lastly, the team I want to talk about, the team that I think would be the most interesting, the most crazy, would be getting Brokenblade on G2. Now, right now, obviously, G2 is 5th in the LEC standings. 3 teams are going to make it to Worlds. Now, maybe G2 is able to step it up in the playoffs. Maybe they're still able to qualify for Worlds. Maybe they're the 3rd seed. Who knows? But if they don't win either LEC title this year, they go to Worlds. Maybe they don't make it out of groups. There's going to be a Chinese team and a Korean team in every single group. Worlds is going to be tough. It's very, very real possibility that this year G2 wins no LEC titles, doesn't make it to MSI, and gets eliminated at groups at Worlds. I think in that world, G2 makes a move in the offseason for sure. And if they do decide to move on to from Wonder, what other top lane options do they have? Who out there is going to be able to replace him on G2? You know, would Brokenblade be an immediate upgrade over Wonder? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. It would be something fresh. It would be something different. There are certainly games and days and weeks where BB looks better than Wonder. Now, Wonder has for sure had a better career, but maybe he's peaked out. Maybe BB is going to be the better guy for the future. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it would be really, really interesting. And again, I think BB is going to be one of the best options available if they do decide that a change is necessary to be made. Now, they could always import something like that, but man, I think Brokenblade on G2 would be pretty hype. I think it'd be pretty interesting. I think it'd be pretty exciting. And I do really think that G2 is going to be making some moves this offseason. And I think BB might be one of the moves that makes the most sense for them. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Where do you think Brokenblade is going to be playing in 2022? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out my Patreon on patreon.com/IamJerm. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!